Hey everybody, what's going on, and welcome to Guns N' Roses True Story. And today we're talking about the Guns N' Roses song Don't Damn Me. Now this has been pretty highly requested from you guys, so I thought I would give this song a shot. But I'll warn you guys, there's not a ton of information about this song, but whatever I could dig up, I'll present it in this video. So Don't Damn Me was featured on Use Your Illusion 1, and interestingly enough, it's the only song off Use Your Illusion 1 that was never played live. And when you actually look at the songwriting credits, you'll notice that this is one of several Guns N' Roses songs on the Illusions records that has outside writers on it, so guys who aren't part of the band. And the song was actually written by Axl Rose, Slash, and Dave Lank. Now Dave Lank is an old friend of Axl's from Indiana. They actually used to play together in a band called Axl. They also had Izzy in the band, and they also had Paul Tobias in the band as well. Now, contrary to popular belief, most of the lyrics on Don't Damn Me are actually written by Dave Lank and not Axl. A lot of people think Axl wrote all the lyrics. It's actually Dave Lank who wrote most of them. And then Dave Lank and Paul Tobias would later work together in a band called Mank Rage. And in 2002 it surfaced that the band was thinking of actually releasing an album, and nothing ever came out. But in 2006 they set up a MySpace page with some demos. Some of the demos actually dated back to the early 90s. Now, if you guys know, Paul Tobias actually was Guns N' Roses rhythm guitar for a period of time in the 90s. Axl had written the song Back Off Bitch with him way back before Appetite for Destruction, and he actually was brought in after Gilby Clarke was fired, and he played on Sympathy for the Devil, and that caused a bit of tension between Axl and Slash. And in the years that followed, he actually hung around and actually helped Axl with the Chinese Democracy, at least up until 2001-2002. He eventually quit Guns N' Roses, largely due to the fact that he was not a big fan of touring. Now, Matt Sorum, Duff McKagan, and Slash have all stated that Paul's involvement with the band in the mid-90s was a large catalyst for the reason Slash left and then Duff left, and of course also led to Matt Sorum getting fired after he got into an argument with both Tobias and Axl. And you know, in a lot of interviews that the members of Guns N' Roses have done, Don't Damn Me is a song that really hasn't come up a whole lot, so there's not a whole lot of background information on the song. Slash has mentioned it a couple times in interviews he's done over the last several years, and even dating back to when the Illusions records came out. So in 1992, in April, he said, "I love that song," referring to Don't Damn Me. That's one of the songs I introduced to the band that was already complete. In 2014, Slash was promoting his new album World on Fire with Miles Kennedy and the Conspirators. He was interviewed in France, and the interviewer asked him whether he was actually going to be playing Don't Damn Me on his upcoming tour. And Slash said no, and he never played it back in the day with Guns N' Roses live because there's too many words and it's too difficult to sing. He said there's too many words and there's really no place for a singer to catch his breath. And that's why Axl never sang it, and that's why they're probably not going to be playing it anytime soon. If you guys want to watch the interview, I've linked to it down below. And then there's two demos of the song available on YouTube. There's one at the Mates rehearsal studio with Steven Adler on drums. That one's purely an instrumental demo. And then there's Axl's advanced copy, which is a couple of years later, as I understand, and it features Axl on the vocals, although you can tell the vocals sound a bit different. You can tell that they sort of smoothen them out in the actual studio. And the actual ending of the demo with Axl's vocals are different than what you hear on the actual album version of the song. So I've linked to both of them down below for you guys to go check out. The Mates rehearsal demo is from 1989. They played a couple other songs at that one too. I think they played Garden of Eden, and they played Locomotive, and there may have been another song in there as well. So one can probably assume that, you know, the song was originally written around 1989 or maybe a bit earlier. Now let's see where the song actually ranks on the Guns N' Roses worst and best song lists. And Ultimate Guitar did a comparison of all the songs on the Illusions records, and Don't Damn Me didn't fare very well. It was ranked number 23. They did compliment it and say one of the cooler solo breaks on the whole album comes during this song. And you know, even when you see some of the comments in the Guns N' Roses community, this seems to be a song that sort of splits the community. Some people consider it filler, some people consider it a great song. Now, Spin.com ranked all of Guns N' Roses songs from worst to best. There's around 80 some songs on the list, so Don't Damn Me is kind of middle of the pack. They call it an underrated Guns N' Roses riff that didn't come from the Spaghetti Incident or Chinese Democracy. They did say that the actual lyrics have like a goofy proto-rapping that recalls some Irresistible Bats. Sort of, it's like a hybrid between We Didn't Start the Fire, The Addams Family, and Ariel Pink. Now, LA Weekly also did a similar list to Spin.com, and Don't Damn Me ranked pretty high on their list. They gave it the 26th spot. They said it's their favorite foot-stomping guitar intro ever. which fires off like a high-speed chase. Sometimes I want to kill, sometimes I never give a fuck, are lyrics that probably kept Use Your Illusion off shelves of several retailers during the Bush anti-fun years. As you guys remember, stores like Kmart wouldn't actually stock Use Your Illusion when it first came out. So let's talk about what the song actually means. And I went online and looked at some people's interpretation. One thing I've always heard from people who like the song is that the lyrics are really great. And basically, one poster says, Axl is saying in the song not to criticize them or anyone for their beliefs. There's the line, don't damn me when I speak a peace of mind. He states that everyone is just as bad. We judge a book by its cover and read whatever we want between the selected lines. Live your life, believe what you want to believe, but don't criticize people for what they believe, and realize that you aren't always right, that everyone has their flaws. And he also comments, and I love the way Axl adds a little bit of attitude, as he does in so many of his songs, by saying, so I send this song to the offended. So I think that's a pretty good capture of, the song's lyrics. A lot of the other dissections of the song sort of have the same kind of theme with it. So let me know what you guys think the song means. That basically does it for our true story of Don't Damn Me. I hope you guys enjoyed it. There wasn't a ton of information available about the song, unfortunately, but I hope you guys maybe learned something new. Thanks for watching, guys, and make sure you subscribe for all things related to Guns N' Roses, and be sure to follow me on Twitter at Guns N' Roses Daily. Take care.